Rabbi Laura Duhan-Kaplan, another teacher of mine. It's so good to see you. And Dr. Charles Kaplan. Reb Laura was previously rabbi at Or Shalom in Vancouver. And now you're the director of interreligious studies at the Vancouver School of Theology and author of this really wonderful, wonderful book that I'm just enjoying so much. Very helpful. And you and Charles just happen to make really beautiful music together. So the floor is yours.
Thank you, Cheryl.
I am truly honored and feel very privileged to be here today on this virtual bima, as it were, because I really didn't know Reb Zalman. I'm probably the only one of us that didn't. I met him a few times when Laura was in rabbinic school and afterwards, but I did not have the opportunity to learn from Reb Zalman directly. I didn't have that opportunity to be inspired by him, but I was inspired by all his many musmachim, many of whom are right here in this room with us today, and others who knew and loved Reb Zalman. All of you have inspired me tremendously, and for that I am truly and deeply grateful.
Thanks, Chaz. I was a student in the ALEPH Smicha program, in ALEPH ordination programs, just as it was first becoming more organized, shall we say, and while Reb Zalman was still very involved in our education. And you could say that Reb Zalman encouraged all of us future rabbis to find a balance between tradition and innovation, but the word balance would be very misleading. One month, he would say, "It's your responsibility to bring new life to your community's davening practice. So how about when they're davening and when you're leading, you divide the congregation into two groups. Have them read words from the Siddur to one another as if it's a personal letter from the heart." And then the next month, he would watch some of us doing this, and he would say, "Oi, this looks terrible. You look like the Muppets. Just sing the prayers the way they are in the Siddur. And all of you should daven in an Orthodox shul for the next year." And of course, a third of us would say, "No thanks. Been there, done that. I'm actually here for something different." And a third of us would say, "What a great idea. But the nearest Orthodox shul is a 200-mile drive away." And about a third of us would actually do it. Or one year, Reb Zalman would say that we need more grounding in traditional intellectual learning. So we should all study the great theologians from 5 different religious traditions. And then the next year, he would say, let's not overly intellectualize our spiritual practice because the practical arts of Judaism are being lost. So you all need to learn how to shecht a chicken. And of course, you can imagine how the vegetarians and vegans among us, which was almost all of us, you can imagine how we reacted. Of course, in the end, each of us found our own way of being a rabbi. And we all received Reb Zalman's gift of lifelong learning and continuous self-critique and self-improvement. But one thing that Reb Zalman did teach consistently was the importance of having a personal relationship with God. And he did not tell us how we should experience God, just that our tradition offers many different interfaces for all of our different heart spaces. God is light, lover, parent, healer, creator, ancient spirit, and more. And sometimes, if you were lucky to daven the Amidah right next to Reb Zalman, you would overhear him talking to God about the joys and challenges of his day and the joys and challenges in the wider world. And of course, he would speak to God in his own idiosyncratic blend of Yiddish, Hebrew, and English. And he did recommend that each of us talk with God regularly in our own heart language. In the spirit of this teaching, Charles and I want to share a section from Reb Zalman's English translation of the piyut Yedid Nefesh, Friend and Lover of My Soul, originally written in Hebrew by Eliezer Azkiri in the 16th century, but you will hear Reb Zalman's own love of God in the English words. How splendid is your light, which worlds do reflect. My soul is worn from craving for your love's delight. Please, good God, do heal her, show to her your face, so my soul can see you, bathe in your grace. There she will find strength and healing in this sight. Her joy will be complete then, eternal her delight. What pity stirs in you since days of old, my God? Be kind to me, your own child, begotten by your love. For long and longing hours I yearn for your embrace, to see my light in your light, basking in your grace. My heart's desire is to harmonize with yours. Do not conceal your pity, hide not that light of yours. Ya la 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 la, ya 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 la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Back to you, Cheryl.